We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
It's Friday, and welcome to Today with Cachet. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. We're in here laughing already. We're getting things started. The party's getting started on Today with Cachet. I cannot wait till I get off air. Anyway, the month of June, obviously I've been talking about each Friday or each month on Friday's Hot Topic. I've wanted to do a specific hot topic and feature it for the whole month. So the month of May was all about nutrition, and now the month of June is going to be stories of individuals who've gone from a tragedy to triumph. And this morning in the studio, I have Allison Stefan, who has an amazing story that we're about to find out today. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. I mean, I was all off track this morning, wasn't I? What was I doing before we got on camera? Getting my hair ready, trying. She's laughing at me.
Listen, you pulled it together very quickly. Super impressed.
Anyway, welcome this morning.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, again, I always do the thing that says, how did I meet someone, or, the connection here again. And, Christy Murphy's I'm going to have to put her on payroll because she's just been referring everyone to me in the last few weeks here. But anyway, mutually, Christy had mentioned to me that you had an amazing story. We were doing a run one morning because we run, and she was saying, I was telling her the month of June was going to be about, tragedy to triumph. And she says, you have to have Allison on there. She has an amazing story. And so tell me this morning a little bit about, who you are. Obviously, we have to find out in the Woodlands how long you've been here. Give us a little brief background on yourself.
So I'm kind of a hometown girl. I grew up here. I'm a mom, a wife, a fitness enthusiast. I'm a freelance writer, kind of a jack of all trades. Just recently went back to school to work on my master's degree because...
Hey,
why not?
Why not? You've done it all. You can do it. That.
Yeah. So
great.
I don't sit still.
And you know what? To your point, I mean, I think that's an amazing thing to have the ability to do those things, to be the mother, to be the writer, to then say, I want to go back to school, which is amazing. So the story this morning, from what I understand, we briefly were talking, obviously you've been a fitness person for many years. You were aerobic instructor. You've done all of the amazing things and, fitness. You were a writer for Health and Fitness magazine. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And so you have the marketing and the journalism. And you were in Houston after moving from Conroe to Houston. And you came back after realizing you were pregnant.
Yes.
And wanted to raise a family here in the Woodlands, you and your husband. And then your cousin says, hey, I'm going to do an Ironman.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, well, if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So take me through that a little bit, and so everyone out there can hear, what story brought you to the point of your tragedy to your triumph?
So I saw her complete an Ironman, decided I needed to do that myself. I did a few races, taught myself how to swim, eventually got a coach and signed up for my first Ironman. Completed that without too much problem, and immediately signed up for the second Ironman.
How do y'all do that? Oh my God!
Because that's what we do.
Oh gosh, okay.
We're a crazy breed. And then at the very end of training, you train for 6 or so months
right.
for a full Ironman. And kind of at the end of that training, it was about a month before the race. I live at the chiropractor. I see Dr. Brian Wilson with Orasti. And I was walking into Villa Sport to work out, and he was on his way out, and we kind of passed in the parking lot and said our pleasantries. And he said, what is that on your chest? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I knew from the look on his face that something was wrong, and I didn't know what it was. Anyway, he identified a tumor.
In the parking lot?
In the parking lot.
Wow.
At Villa.
Wow. And how far were you into your training?
Oh, this was a month before the race.
And had you felt any sicknesses,
No.
Wow.
No, I had a golf ball sized tumor sticking out of my chest wall. I never saw it.
Wow.
Because we constantly work out, and you have constant aches and pains, and
Sure.
things swell, and you ice them.
And you
move
ignore
them.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ignore things. And so he urged me to get it checked out. I did. I went to an orthopod because I thought, I pulled something.
Sure.
I've done something. Got an MRI. The morning I was supposed to go back for the results of that MRI, the doctor called and he said, you probably want to bring a friend with you.
Oh, wow. So let's stop at that point. We're going to take a quick commercial. When we come back, I want to dig, obviously, into this amazing story.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
Xavier Academy is a full-service, accredited private school offering personalized curriculum and extraordinarily low student-to-teacher ratio. We emphasize academic success, personal growth, and social skills in a rich and stimulating environment. Xavier Academy The Woodlands offers summer school tutoring and credit recovery through the end of July. Our website, www.xavieracademy.org or 713-389-5545.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Insulation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam insulation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Good morning and welcome to Today with Cachet. It's Friday. We're here in the Woodlands, Texas, and all of the month of June, Hot Topic it's going to be all about how an individual has gone from a tragedy to a triumph. And so this morning in the studio we have Allison Stefan, who is telling us about her story. And before commercial, I cut you off. Please take us from that moment that you got the call from the doctor. You were training for the Ironman. You hadn't felt any symptoms. Life was great. You had just been told in the parking lot by your chiropractor, you got a golf ball-sized tumor. Surely it's not what he says it is. It's probably something that you can fix. Yeah. Now take me from the moment the doctor calls and says you probably want to bring someone with you.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of remember where you were, what you had on. I was sitting in my office when I got the call, and he said, you probably want to bring a friend with you. And I thought, oh, well, I have cancer.
Yeah, exactly.
So I called my best friend, Christina, a.k.a. Flo. And I said, I think I have cancer. You need to come with me. And she, I think, flipped out more than I was. And off we go to the doctor's office, and sure enough, he said, "This is a tumor. I'm not sure. It's rapidly growing. It's you need to go to an oncologist." And they actually referred me to MD Anderson that day.
Okay. And so, what goes through your mind? Obviously, you're training. I'm sure. I know how you Ironman people are. Was it, I got to get to practice. I can't. I don't have time. I mean, truly, what goes through your mind when someone has told you something like that and tells you immediately, what is it like? What goes on in the process?
Well, I mean, it scares the hell out of you for starters. But
what was your attitude when you were told that?
I'm a fighter.
Okay.
I don't take anything lying down. I was determined that I was going to finish that Ironman.
Wow.
And I mean, your mind just races. And so I went from, I've got to finish the Ironman. I'm probably going to lose my hair. I'm going to get a big tattoo on my head.
Okay.
I'm going to, you just go all sorts of places that you weren't 30 minutes before.
Sure.
I thought about my kids, my family. It's just a kind of
So you
crazy.
get to MD Anderson.
No.
Okay. So no, you didn't have time for it.
No.
I mean, really, what happened?
So they, MD Anderson didn't really know what to do with me because they didn't know. It's a very rare thing. They couldn't find a place for me.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, it was all kind of divinely, it divinely folded out because I had a friend who had just gone through cancer.
Sure.
And she said, listen, let me text my oncologist. He's here in the Woodlands. He's not with MD Anderson. You may not, but let me just text him.
Sure.
She texted him. 5 minutes later, he called and said, I can get you in tomorrow.
Okay.
And so I found my oncologist.
So let me make sure I understand. So you're told to go to MD Anderson.
Yep.
You call them.
Yep.
And you say, hey, I've been told this. You send some results over, I guess, and
Yep.
they look at it and say, we can't help you.
Well, they said they weren't sure what to do with me. They threw me from department to department to department, and after about...
And you're thinking, I can't be juggled around through departments.
Yeah, after 4 days of that, I'm like, hey,
Okay.
kids, I got a tumor, and I got an Ironman. We
Okay.
need to, let's get on this. I got to
Sure.
get rid of it or do something.
So you get to this other doctor.
Yes, found an oncologist,
Okay.
Dr. Seymour at Millennium here in the Woodlands.
Yay.
Love them. Love him. He was wonderful. From the very first minute he saw me, he said, I'm not sure what this is, but whatever it is, we're going to fix it.
That's the attitude.
Don't worry, we're going to fix it.
And so?
And so I didn't worry, and I knew that no matter what it was and whatever we had to do, that's the direction I was going.
So did you continue your workouts? How was your?
Oh, yeah.
So at that moment, you now know you're going to have to cure yourself from something.
Yeah.
Was there radiation? Was there chemo? Was there just cutting it out? And were you still working out and doing?
Yeah.
Talk me through what that was like.
I just kept going. That's just what I do. I keep going.
Sure.
I had within a week, we had 4 biopsies, 1 million blood tests, but he had a diagnosis within a week. But, the morning that I had the biopsies, and then I went to swim practice because
Wow.
you got stuff on your schedule and you're doing an Ironman and you got to get it done.
So you're never feeling
No,
that you can't. I'm sore. I'm hurt. And obviously, it had not spread.
no.
Okay, so and to
No.
this day, it's still a rare cancer. They don't have a cure for that. It was
They ended up removing it.
Right.
I was passed around and sort of again divinely found
right.
a doctor down at Baylor in the med center who Baylor had just hired from Harvard, and he had actually removed 3 of these tumors.
Okay, so he had seen them.
In the same place.
Okay.
And these tumors are extremely rare in the chest wall.
Okay.
Had
That doctor, your chiropractor, had not seen it?
Yeah.
What are you been told? Could have been potentially?
So the main danger in this tumor was that it was abutting my lung and my subclavian vein. And so when I finally got to the surgeon, he said, "Can you breathe?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm about to do an Ironman. Of course I can breathe."
So imagine that doing a swim or out there and having that.
Yeah.
What could have happened or what could have occurred during a practice or something of that nature?
Yeah, I mean, shortness of breath would have been the best of it.
Yeah, yeah. So you're training.
Yeah. So the
Are
first
you eating
thing,
it? Yeah.
the first thing I said to the surgeon
Yeah.
was, I have an Ironman that I have to do, and I have tickets to you too, and I don't want to miss the concert.
Sure.
So I did the Ironman, and 2 weeks after Ironman, I had surgery. They successfully removed the tumor. I recovered from that very, very quickly. Mm-hmm. Then I, kind of went back to my chiropractor, and he sort of helped me get mobility again. Oh,
because your arm and all movement, rotation, things of that nature. Were affected. But you're going to have to tell me, Allison. So obviously, people out there listening are hearing this, and obviously the attitude is there. I'm not going to let what someone tells me. I'm not going to let what I see define me. I hear that, but how does one actually continue to think, I got to go swim and I got to go do 3,000 yards. I still have to go run 10 miles today. How does those two minds come together? That's what I want to know. And that's what I'm sure that people would like to know.
It's simple. It's a choice. You either sit and let it kill you, or you get off your butt and do what you had to do. And you're still a wife, you're still a mom, you're still an Ironman, you're still all those things. Cancer doesn't change that.
Right. And I think to your point, what you're saying is you either have 2 options. You either take what someone tells you, and this goes for a lot of things in life, and accept it, or you say, I heard you, I don't accept it, I have some things I need to do, I'll get back to you with what I've completed and what my results are. Yeah. And that was the attitude. Yeah. That's amazing.
I drug my girlfriends along. We went for tests and blood work, and we laughed hysterically every time I had to go in an MRI tube. Because I have terrible claustrophobia. Yes. And it ended up being one of those experiences that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world, because it changed me and how I live, how I choose to live, and how I choose to do life.
So are you cancer-free, tumor-free? Where are you right now today?
So 6 months after, to the day, 6 months after that surgery, I did another Ironman.
Oh my gosh.
In Arizona.
Wow.
Because I could.
Wow. Because you knew, hey, I've just defied something.
Yeah, because I can.
And I can do it. And I'm not going to let something like this define me. And here I go. And here you are again. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And there you are up there. Okay, so which one is this one?
That is Ironman Arizona. That's about mile 7 of the marathon.
Okay, and so this would have been the second one you did after.
This would have been, this was Ironman number 2.
Wow. And Ivan, I'm just going to say, what picture is this one? This is
a good friend of mine, Marcus Ratcliffe, and then on the right is Dr. Brian Wilson.
Okay. And this would have been Ironman.
This was Ironman 4.
4. Oh.
That was 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've gone on and continued to do multiple Ironmans.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So truly, what you're saying is, anytime you hear a tragedy or you hear something that comes into your life that tries to take you down, you turn around and you have an attitude, mental.
Yeah.
The number one thing I'm hearing is it's the mental attitude.
Yeah.
And it's not accepting what you're told,
right,
but doing what you want to do.
Right.
And I hear that. And we're going to take another quick commercial. When we come back, we're going to learn a little bit more about how you came to this triumph and how you continue to go through your life. We'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
Xavier Academy is a full-service, accredited private school offering personalized curriculum and extraordinarily low student-to-teacher ratio. We emphasize academic success, personal growth, and social skills in a rich and stimulating environment. Xavier Academy The Woodlands offers summer school tutoring and credit recovery through the end of July. Our website, www.xavieracademy.org or 713-389-5545.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Insulation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam insulation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Good morning, and welcome to Today with Cachet. We're back. We're here live talking with Allison Stefan all about how she's overcome an amazing tragedy that she had, and she made it a triumph. Basically, I mean, I'm sitting here talking to you, Allison, and I'm like, I don't know that I can even call it a tragedy. You've made it such a triumph that it's, I mean, really, I mean, here we're talking with her, to listeners out there, how she's an amazing athlete, been in fitness, was training for an Ironman, and one of her doctors noticed a tennis ball size tumor on her chest, which turned out to be a very incurable, rare cancer that they found, and she got it out. Never missed a beat. Never missed a practice. Okay, so you're making me feel guilty when I'm some days going, I don't feel like running. I don't feel good. I'm tired. I don't think I can make that excuse is what you're saying. A lot of it had to do with the mental aspect and how you turned that on. So let me ask you this question. So obviously you have defeated that. And so today, what do you do differently? Do you have to go back regular and check yourself out? Do you notice and pay attention to yourself more? How has your lifestyle changed now that you had that happen to you?
So, I mean, first of all, I'm pretty lucky compared to what a lot of people go through. Mine was a cakewalk. It just was. But after you have that, you do 3-month scans, then you do 6-month scans, then you do yearly scans, and that's where I am now. I'm at the yearly scan.
Okay.
Yearly scan, and honestly, I don't worry about it. I mean, it's a choice. You can either live and worry about it, or you can live and not worry about it. And I don't worry about it. I mean, anybody can have cancer at any time.
Sure.
Yes, it could come back or not. I'm not worried about it. I have too many other great things in life that I'm enjoying. I don't burn daylight ever.
That's the key.
Yeah.
So what's your next on your radar? So you've done all these Ironmans. How many total have you done so far?
So I've done 4.
Okay.
I did 3 last year.
Yay. Just 3.
And I'm retired.
3 in 1 year?
3 in 1
year.
year.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, so what's next on the radar?
Yeah, so I took a year off from endurance sports just to kind of let my body recover and my brain recover a little bit.
Not a bad idea.
And then I was kind of looking for the next thing, and actually my endurance coach, John Tortorisi, said, why don't we register for the 100-mile mountain bike race in Leadville, Colorado? And I said, no, sure.
Wow. So talk to me through that. 100-mile mountain bike.
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing 100 miles up the mountains?
Yeah.
Okay, is this one of those where you're up there on the mountains on the side of the cliff and it's got this much edge, you look down and
no,
it's like...
God, I hope not.
So you don't even know what you're signed up for.
No, I don't know.
So you also would define yourself as an adrenaline junkie?
Yes.
Okay, and so I'm assuming Ironman's is just probably the smallest thing that you've done that's been the most extreme. We don't have enough time to talk about probably... Or maybe we do. I don't know. But so what's your training regimen like for this? And do you eat a certain way for having, cancer to fight it, or what's that? I'm just curious.
I would like to sit here and say yes. I eat, chicken breast and roasted broccoli, but I generally try to eat healthfully.
Yeah.
Do I do that every day all the time? No, I don't, because I like hot tamales and Twizzlers.
Okay. Not the worst.
No, not the worst. But I generally try to fuel my body for what it needs.
Sure.
But I'm not militant. No, that's not fun.
Yeah, because I always wonder, you think about cancer and you hear, certain products, or there's so many things out there that can create it or cause it, whether it's genetics, and so to your point, I think how we have to look at it is there are things that are always going to try to come at us, whether it be cancer or something else. But what is so important is how you mentally treat it and how you act. And, it's funny, I have a few friends who have overcome cancer, and they said the same thing. Yeah. It was the attitude. They said, I don't have time to accept this. I am not going to accept this, and I'm going to win this. And I think that is a huge factor. And I'm hearing it today with you. Yeah. Hey, I've got a golf ball-sized tumor. You don't know what this is. MD Anderson turned me away, but you know what? I'm going to Ironman practice. I mean, that's an attitude, and that's amazing. And so I guess from your perspective, your next thing is going to take you and continue to go down that path. So what are you going to do with your master's degree? What's the plans there?
I'd like to be in private practice.
Okay.
So I'm getting my master's in counseling and marriage and family therapy. Because I can. I mean, that's just sort of the way I live my life. Because I can.
Because you can.
That's why. Because I can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I totally am amazed by your strength, and I
Well,
love
thank
that
you.
attitude. I appreciate you coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And I now know who to go to if I ever feel like I don't feel like running this morning. I don't feel good. I'm tired. I'll just say, Allison, just remind me of why I got to get up and go do it. I
Yeah.
love that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having
And
me.
have a great weekend.
Yeah, you
All right.
too.
All right, everyone. Bye-bye.
We are brought